Good morning, everyone. This is VINEET Pandey. So, good morning, सत श्री अकाल, नमस्ते, अस्सलाम वालेकुम. आप सभी लोग वहाँ पे आ गए हैं. आपका स्वागत है. और आज का सफर शुरू करने से पहले, before we start today's conversation, and I teach you about black feminism, we will take 5 minutes conversation. हम लोग बात करेंगे. We'll take 5 minutes for our basic conversation, our regular conversation, and राहुल कुमार का क्वेश्चन है कि हाउ टू स्टडी इन रमजान. सो रमजान में टाइम तो उतना ही रहता है, 24 आवर्स. जैसे पढ़ते हो वैसे पढ़ो. अरे प्रियंका मीना, डोंट सी मी, आई एम हियर. टुडे इट वाज thank god it's not a bad day, but I thought it will be a bad day today because there is a temple near my house, and the temple has a garden. This temple has a garden. So we got informed that there is a dog, and dog is in a deathbed. It's a street dog, a stray dog, and it's on deathbed. So me and my father, we went to see if we can do something. So we found that dog was suffering from rabies, and his condition was really bad, really bad. He had water in front of him. He was scared of water. He was not able to raise his neck, not able to close his mouth to take his tongue out. He was yelping, crying, and we were helpless. Then, luckily, my father had a number of a doctor, local doctor. We called him. We asked him to check, and he said that this is the initial stage, so we can cure. Otherwise, we cannot. And that's how my bad day became a good day, because he injected him, and my father asked him to come and visit him regularly, and whatever the payment will be, whatever the charges will be, paid by us. So I believe, I hope, and I prayed also in the temple that please don't let this dog pass away. इसको बचा लो. So let's see what happens. So अभी थोड़ा सा दिन ठीक ठाक है. लेकिन अगर उस डॉग को कुछ हो जाता तो I would have cancelled today's class. Like, I was not in the mood to teach. But now I am here. And please pray. सब लोग प्रे कीजिए कि वो जो बेचारा जीव है, that life, it should sustain, it should survive. Please pray. So once again, good morning, and let's talk about black feminism. We have talked about the rights of equality, rights of developing oneself, the rights of having the equal rights, equal opportunity, and equal standards, both in socio-political way, both in cultural political way. But now we're talking about that, do we have any differences even in women? So being a woman is a common thing, or even in women there are many differences. A women coming from I'm a bit diverted. थोड़ा वो डॉग बार बार दिमाग में आ रहा है. I'm a bit diverted. Okay, let me be VINEET Pandey. Have you ever imagined India is a country where no women can get success without Fair and Lovely, some Lux Sabun, some another good soap, some cream, some face wash? Isn't it something, a shame on us? India is a country where the small kids will become champion if they have Bonvita, if they have Complain. The young men will become champion if they drink or they have some particular brand, Pan Masala, Pan Bahar. I don't understand why they are glamorizing these things. Why women is getting success using after Fair and Lovely. This is the concept. That the concept of blackness, being not fair, dark skin, This concept makes us feel that we people are inferior. Why this black concept has been considered as inferior? No doubt because the whites were the rulers. सफेद अच्छा क्यों है, गोरा अच्छा क्यों है? Why the white is better and superior? Because the whites were the rulers of the world. So we believed in white supremacy. We started believing that whites are better than us, and to be white is to have that kind of superiority. But what about the black? Black itself is beautiful, and black itself is one of the beautiful colors. The most creative people, the most happening people like black colors. Have you ever wondered this thing? That why there are songs in Hindi, in Bollywood, हम काले हैं तो क्या हुआ दिल वाले. So somebody says that even if I'm black, so what? I can be loved. I can love. That's the message. This was the reason that there are some writers. They started talking about the rights and equality in the black women, among black women. So being a white woman talking about feminism in America, and then being a black nigger woman, a negro, being in Africa, talking about the women rights who are not even considered human beings. So I taught you these things that I always remember the black feminism is compared to Dalit feminism. The black identity crisis, the blackness, and moreover, I'll cite you one beautiful example written by Vol Soinka. Please note it down. Isko note karo. Vol Soinka. Yeah, somebody has written Harshika. Harshika is right. Vol Soinka wrote Telephonic Conversation. How blackness has been considered cheap. You will find this in particular poetry. Vol Soinka wrote Telephonic Conversation. Here there is a person without gender. No, gender is not sure. He or she makes a call to an unknown person. He's looking for a house on rent, a room on rent. He calls the person, he says that I want a room. Do you have a vacant room? The other person, the lady, she says, yes, we have a room. Then this person says, okay, but I must tell you, I am black. And guess there is a silence. And after that silence, always remember this silence has a meaning. That lady questions how much black. Like imagine the person who is suffering from inferiority calls the landlord and tells that I am black, and the landlord questions how much. And now this is the time to be silent for the person who made the call. He became silent and then he spoke. After a pause, he said, the palms of my hand are as white as yours. The area around the retina is as white as yours. The soul is as white as yours. This is the concept that has been deeply, filled. In the famous work written by Toni Morrison, Beloved, we find out that how these blacks are taken in slavery tradition and how one mother kills her own daughter to save her from slavery. In the famous work written by Alice Walker, The Bluest Eye, Piccola is very much fascinated with blue eyes. If you read Color Purple, you'll find out that being black women, they were totally hated, ignored, and tortured. Their feminist condition is totally different. If a white woman was raped, there were people to listen, to talk, and to help her. But if the black woman was raped, nobody even considered that thing as a crime. And this is the reason that when we study black feminism, we find pain, suffering, and we feel empathy for them. Now, please note, this is a very important point. The most important thing, there is a writer, William Wells Brown. Please write this thing. I'm writing the spelling for all of you. टोनी मॉरिसन का नहीं है, ब्लूएस्ट है, एलिस वॉकर का है. सॉरी, हाँ उसी का है, मैंने मिस किया. एलिस वॉकर का कलर पर्पल है. विलियम वेल्स Brown. Famous work, Clottle. Spelling दीजिए हमने. William Wells Brown, famous work, Clottle. Now see this thing. Clottle's subtitle is President's Daughter. It deals with the third president of America, Mr. Nixon, his affair with his own black servant, Sally Hemings. लिख लो उसको अच्छे से. Note कर लो. Now, the famous second, which is very important thing, is Anita Hill controversy. Nobody will tell you these points, so please remember. Anita Hill controversy. In 1991, there was a Supreme Court judge, and the judge was about to be appointed, and then in between, one of his attendant, Anita Hill, she said that the judge was actually sexually abusing her. This became an issue because Anita Hill got a support being a black woman. And all the black people, they came in support of Anita Hill, saying that she has been tortured and white people in America are not listening, not helping her. So you must take a stand. And Anita Hill controversy, Anita Hill movement, it became a kind of black feminist movement. Remember these points. It's not seduced by Preeti Sharma, it's raped, not seduction, it's rape. Now I have written few names for you. You have to write down all these names. The very first thing, how the concept of black feminism comes. It comes just after the concept of womanism. Alice Walker has coined the term womanism. And womanism was coined in 1979 in a short story. Name of the short story is Coming Apart. Please write this thing. Coming Apart is the short story. And simply, this was written in 1979. For the first time, the term womanism comes in this work written by Alice Walker. Now, what are some other works for you which are very, very important is read Alice Walker's Color Purple. That's very, very important. Then Angela Davis. Next writer is Angela Davis. Famous work, John Little. John Little. Semicolon करके लिखो. The Dialectics of Rape. The next one, Bell Hooks. Famous work, Ain't I a Woman? Many of you are writing some other African names. We are not dealing with African writings. Otherwise, I can discuss a lot of other writers. We are dealing with black feminist writers. It's a different group. Black feminist writers. Now write this thing, Bell Hooks, Ain't I a Woman? Black Women and Feminism. I made a list for you. Next one, Kimberl Crenshaw. Kimberle, Kimberl Crenshaw. Crenshaw. Famous work, Black Girl Matters. Next work, Patricia Hill Collins. Next writer, Patricia Hill Collins. Famous work, Black Feminist Thought. Next one, Sojourner Truth. One of the best writers, Sojourner Truth. Famous speech, Ain't I a Woman? Zora Neale Hurston. Next writer, Zora Neale Hurston. Famous work, Their Eyes Were Watching God. Audre Lorde. Audre Lorde called herself a lesbian black feminist writer. Audre Lorde, famous work, The First Cities. The next one, Barbara Smith, famous work, Reviews. Malcolm X, famous work, The Autobiography of Malcolm X. Now, these are the most important black feminist writers. Apart from these things, you can read any other work that you have mentioned, but remember this point, that the term feminism is like a women celebrating herself as a woman without considering any caste, any culture, any creed. If you find out, you will find out that even in women, the concept of casteism, religion, and complexion, this is very much evident. So even the women, they don't respect this thing that they are all women. They judge each other on the basis of caste, religion, culture, and the looks. And this is also a point to remember that thing, that Victoria's Secret, a famous brand to support innerwears for women, it was protested by black women because they never used any black women to promote those things. And this was the reason that now Victoria's Secret have black models. And now the black models, they are highly paid, they are respected, and they are standing for the black femininity. The concept is very, very important. Don't forget this thing. Intersectionality or the concept of having the privilege, being the white women in the white world. These are the concepts which are very important. But in black feminism, you can also add writers like Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou's famous work Still I Rise and second work Phenomenal Women are the world classic. Don't forget Maya Angelou's Still I Rise and Phenomenal Women. Phenomenal Women are very very important and have been asked in net exam. ये कई बार पूछा गया है, इनको जरूर पढ़ना है. Now when I will be teaching you African writings, when I will teach you Africans, Afro Americans, I will cover all of these things. ये सारी चीजें मैं आपको दोबारा cover करवाऊंगा. Today I have given you these writers so that you can remember. I'm repeating it once again. Alice Walker, Angela Davis, Bell Hooks, Kimberl Crenshaw, Patricia Hill Collins, Sojourner Truth, Zora Neale Hurston, Audre Lorde, Barbara Smith, and Malcolm X. Those who are not able to write this thing, WhatsApp me on 8587035827. Only the new student need to WhatsApp. Old students, you don't have to worry. If you are in my online batch or offline batches, you will get detailed lectures on all of these writers. The new students who are not in any batch, if they want these names in proper way, please WhatsApp us on the number 85870 Now, we are going to deal with the concept of fourth wave feminism. Have you ever wondered the media portrayal of women, a women who has never got the chance to speak, gets the identity of someone else through social media and starts speaking in her way? That's fourth wave feminism. Women in media, portrayal of women through media. Imagine this thing that in Bollywood movies, in Hollywood movies, why women characters are always introduced to show the glamour, to show the beauty. Why they're not used as normal women, ordinary women? Why they have to be exceptionally beautiful? Because they are creating a kind of demand. And this is simply for the male audience. Male audience, by looking at female's body, derive pleasure. That is called scopophilia. Scopophilia, which also means the male gaze. Scopophilia means क्या होता है? Deriving pleasure by looking at female's body. So this is the basic concept of fourth wave feminism that I'll be teaching in the coming next lecture. I'm not in the mood also. आपको लग रहा होगा कि थोड़ा डल पढ़ा रहा हूँ. So we'll stop it here. But today I have given you homework, names. Read what is scopophilia. Read what is male gaze. And then when I go for the next lecture, we'll work on these things. Apart from these, I'm going to start another series of teaching of English, where I'll be teaching you what is suggestopedia. So these kind of concepts will be taught, and another series of culture study. So subscribe the channel, stay connected, and yes, we will have 1 day's gap. So one lecture, 1 day gap, so that you can work on these things. Then another day lecture. Yani 3 lectures in a week after having 1 day's gap, so that you can prepare. I can study well because even I am in lockdown and I have no books, no notes. It's really hard to use Wikipedia. Wikipedia is not a trusted source, especially for the high level content. You can read novels and summaries and books on Wikipedia, but when something is related to lit theory and high level concept, Wikipedia is not enough. So even I am struggling, I am also studying, but then I'll be sharing all of these things with you. So stay connected. And sorry for today also because I'm not feeling well. Seeing that particular dog, that condition, as you know that I'm a dog lover. So this is the reason that kind of, I'm unsettled. So just forgive me. Stay connected. Thank you. And pray for that dog. Please pray for that. Thank you.